All right, so everyone's talking about AI agents these days, right? They are everywhere, but let's cut through all the hype and see what's really going on. I mean, we've got Chipotle using AI to make tortilla chips. Did you hear about that?
Uh,
Microsoft is saying that AI is going to replace all of our software, like our spreadsheets and everything. And there's even a story about AI learning to aim a rifle, which thankfully got shut down. But before we get to all that, how do these AI agents actually work?
well, the surge in AI agents is happening because building them is easier now than ever before. Cloud computing and all these open source tools mean that anyone can get in on the action. But to understand them, think of an AI agent as having three main parts: tools, a planner, and an evaluator.
So the tools are like the AI's hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the planner is like the brains of the whole operation. It uses algorithms and techniques like chain of thought prompting to figure out how to actually achieve its goals.
Chain of thought prompting, what's that?
It's like, it's a way of getting the AI to think step by step, like a human would, instead of just spitting out an answer, based on patterns in the data. This helps the AI to explain its reasoning, and it makes it more reliable.
Interesting. So it's not just about being right. It's about being able to explain why it thinks it's right. Okay, so what about the evaluator? Is that like the AI's inner critic?
Kind of, yeah. The evaluator gives feedback to the agent. It helps it learn from its mistakes and improve over time.
Gotcha. So it's constantly learning and getting better. Now, I read about this AI agent that just aced some benchmark test. What was that all about?
Oh yeah, that's the H2O.AI agent, and it scored 65% on the Gaia benchmark, which is huge.
Wow.
This benchmark is designed specifically to test how well AI agents handle really complex real-world tasks, not just those simple problems in a lab setting.
So it's like graduating from playing checkers to actually like running a business.
Exactly. And this breakthrough suggests that AI agents are ready to move from research labs into the real world, with real businesses using them to solve real problems.
Which brings us back to Microsoft's CEO, Satya Nadella, and his prediction that AI agents will eventually replace all of our software. That's a pretty bold statement. I mean, what would that even look like?
So think about it. Instead of using all these separate apps for email, spreadsheets, presentations, and everything else, you just have one AI agent that manages it all.
Yeah.
You just tell it what you need, and it will figure out how to get it done using all the different tools that it has.
Whoa, so it's not just automating tasks, it's like changing how we interact with technology entirely. We're talking about a world where we don't even need to know how to use specific software. We just tell the AI what we want.
Exactly. It's all about making technology work for us instead of the other way around.
Okay, I am starting to see the potential here. But let's not forget about that story about the rifle aiming AI. That definitely raises some eyebrows.
Absolutely. As AI agents become more powerful and more integrated into our lives, we need to be extremely careful about safety and ethics.
So it's not just about what AI agents can do, it's about what they should do. And speaking of making things happen, wasn't there some news about a new chip that could make running AI agents a lot cheaper?
Oh, you're thinking of NVIDIA's GH200 NVL72 chip.
Yeah.
It's designed specifically for AI, and early estimates suggest it could reduce the cost of running these AI agents by a whopping 97%.
97%. That's
Yeah.
insane. So we're talking about AI becoming not only more powerful, but also more accessible.
Yeah, that's the idea. NVIDIA CEO even said they're not just keeping pace with Moore's Law, they are rewriting it. This new chip could really unlock a whole new wave of AI applications that were previously too expensive to even think about.
Okay. So we've got AI agents becoming more powerful, more affordable, and potentially replacing all of our software. Where are we actually seeing them make a difference in the real world today?
Well, one area where AI agents are already making waves is in customer service.
Ah, yes, chatbots. I've definitely encountered a few of those while trying to get help online.
Exactly. Those are AI agents at work. They can handle those simple questions, they can resolve basic issues, and even collect information to pass on to a human representative if needed.
So they're freeing up human agents to deal with the more complex stuff. That makes sense.
But it's not just about efficiency. AI-powered customer service can also be more personalized. By analyzing your past interactions and preferences, these AI agents can provide tailored recommendations and support, making your experience a lot faster and more relevant to you.
So it's not just about replacing humans, it's about enhancing the customer experience.
Okay, what about other fields? Where else are we seeing AI agents pop up?
We're seeing them being used in healthcare, finance, and even retail.
I'm picturing like a robot doctor taking my temperature.
Not quite. But in healthcare, AI agents are being used to analyze medical images, assist with diagnoses, and even personalize those treatment plans based on a patient's individual needs and medical history.
Wow, that's incredible. But are doctors okay with AI playing such a big role in healthcare? It's definitely a transition, but many doctors see AI as a really powerful tool that can enhance their abilities and improve patient care.
So it's not about replacing doctors, it's about giving them a powerful new tool to help them do their jobs even better. What about finance? What are they doing in finance?
In finance, AI agents are being used for things like fraud detection, risk assessment, and algorithmic trading. They can analyze huge amounts of financial data, identify patterns, and make predictions that humans might miss.
So they're helping to make the financial system more efficient and secure.
Exactly. And they're also helping to personalize financial advice and investment strategies, tailoring them to individual needs and goals.
Okay, so we've got healthcare and finance. What about retail? Are AI agents going to be like our personal shoppers now?
Oh, in a way, yeah. AI agents are being used to personalize those shopping experiences, recommend products, and even create those targeted ad campaigns that are more relevant to what you're interested in.
So instead of being bombarded with ads for things that I don't care about, I'll only see ads for things I might actually want.
That's the idea. AI can really help to make advertising more relevant and less intrusive, which I think is a win for everyone.
Okay, so it seems like AI agents are popping up everywhere. But let's get real for a second here. What about the downsides?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is the impact on jobs. If AI can do so many things that humans currently do, will we all be out of work?
Yeah, that's like the million-dollar question, isn't it? What happens to the truck drivers, the factory workers, the customer service reps if AI agents take over their jobs?
It's a really complex issue, and there are no easy answers. It's true that some jobs will be automated, but it's also true that new jobs will be created. We'll need people to design, build, and maintain these AI agents. We'll need people to train them, make sure they're working properly, and make ethical decisions about how they're being used.
So it's not just about coding skills, it's about understanding how AI works, what its limitations are, and how to use it responsibly.
Exactly. We'll need people who can think critically, solve problems, and work collaboratively with AI.
So it's not about humans versus machines, it's about humans and machines working together to create a better future.
Exactly. AI has the potential to augment our abilities and help us achieve things we never thought possible, but it's up to us to make sure it's used for good.
Okay, that's a great point. We need to be mindful of the potential risks, but we also need to be excited about the possibilities. So let's talk about some of the really cool things that are happening with AI agents right now.
Well, we already mentioned Chipotle and their AI-powered tortilla chip maker, Chippy. That's a great example of AI moving beyond the digital world and into the physical realm.
Yeah, I love that example. It's not just about writing emails or analyzing data. It's about mastering a complex task that requires dexterity and judgment.
Exactly. It shows that AI can be used to automate tasks that we once thought were exclusively human.
Okay, what about other examples? What are some other companies that are really pushing the boundaries with AI agents?
One example is in the field of logistics. Companies like Amazon are using AI agents to optimize delivery routes, manage warehouse inventory, and even predict customer demand.
So AI is making our packages arrive faster and more efficiently. That's definitely a win in my book.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in the energy sector, AI agents are being used to optimize energy production, manage those complex smart grids that everyone's talking about, and even predict energy demand.
Wow. So AI is helping us create a more sustainable future. That's fantastic.
And these are just a few examples. AI agents are being used in so many different ways, and we're really only just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible.
Okay, so it sounds like AI agents are already having a huge impact on the world. But what are some of the challenges that companies face when implementing this technology?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is data. AI agents need a vast amount of data to learn and to function properly. And that data needs to be high quality, relevant, and properly cleaned and prepared.
So it's not just about having data, it's about having the right data.
Exactly. And then there's the issue of talent. Find people with the skills and experience to actually build, deploy, and manage AI agents can be really tough.
Yeah, it sounds like there's going to be a huge demand for AI experts in the coming years.
Absolutely. And then there's the issue of integration. AI agents need to be able to seamlessly integrate with existing IT systems and processes.
So it's not just about plugging in a robot and letting it run wild. It requires careful planning and execution.
Exactly. And companies need to be mindful of the potential risks and challenges associated with AI, as we discussed earlier.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, but what about the opportunities? What are some of the potential benefits of implementing AI agents?
Well, the benefits are numerous. AI agents can help companies improve efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance customer satisfaction.
They can also help companies to develop new products and services and gain a competitive advantage in the market.
Exactly. AI has the potential to revolutionize the way we work and live.
So it's an exciting time to be involved in this field.
It is. And it's important for companies to start thinking about how they can leverage AI to achieve their goals.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. What are some key takeaways for our listeners?
The key takeaway is that AI agents are here to stay. They're already transforming industries, and their impact is only going to grow in the coming years.
So companies need to start thinking about how AI can benefit their business.
Exactly. And they need to start developing the skills and expertise they need to succeed in this new AI-powered world.
It's time to embrace the future, folks.
Indeed. And on that note, we'll continue our exploration of AI agents after a quick break.
Welcome back to our deep dive. Before the break, we were talking about some of the challenges of actually implementing AI agents. It's not all smooth sailing, is it?
Right. We talked about all that data that they need and the whole challenge of finding people who can actually build and manage these things. It's like trying to find a unicorn.
Exactly.
So
But let's dig into those real-world examples that you mentioned before the break.
let's start with Chipotle. You know, their AI-powered tortilla chip maker, Chippy. It's not just a gimmick. It really shows how AI is tackling tasks that need like a delicate touch and good judgment, not just number crunching.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that one. It's not just flipping burgers, it's mastering something that requires actual finesse. What other examples come to mind?
Well, think about logistics. Companies like Amazon are using AI agents to optimize all their delivery routes, managing warehouse inventory, and even predict what customers will want, even before they know it themselves.
So AI is like our personal psychic shopper. I mean, it's impressive but also kind of creepy, right?
It can be a little bit creepy,
Yeah,
but it also means that, our packages get delivered faster and more efficiently, and businesses can, waste less.
true. Efficiency is definitely a plus. What other industries are getting a makeover thanks to these AI agents?
Well, the energy sector is a big one. AI agents are being used to optimize energy production, manage all those, complex smart grids that everyone's talking about, and even predict energy demand.
Wow. So AI is helping to save the planet, deliver packages faster, and make perfect tortilla chips. But we got to talk about the elephant in the room here. Jobs. Are robots really going to take over the world and leave us all unemployed?
It's a question that everyone is asking, and it's not really a simple yes or no answer.
Yeah.
History kind of shows us that technological advancements always disrupt the job market in some way.
Yeah.
So, think about the printing press, the automobile, even the computer. Each of those caused some job losses, but they also created whole new industries and ways of working.
So it's not a question of if AI will change things, it's more about how we adapt to those changes, right?
Right. We need to be proactive and invest in, education and training programs that equip people with the skills that they need to thrive in this new world. It's not just about coding anymore. It's about critical thinking. It's about problem solving. It's about collaborating with AI.
So we need to learn how to work with AI, not against it.
Exactly. The future really belongs to those who can adapt and embrace these new technologies, not the ones who resist them.
I hear that. So instead of fearing AI, we should be figuring out how to use it to our advantage.
Exactly. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together to create a better future.
So how do we make sure this AI revolution actually benefits everyone, not just a select few?
Yeah, that's where things get a little bit tricky. We need to think about ethical considerations, data privacy, and making sure that AI is being developed and used responsibly.
Right. We don't want to just create a world where AI makes life easier for some while leaving others behind.
Absolutely. That's a conversation that we all need to be having as a society. We need to figure out how to harness all the power of AI for good while, limiting all the potential risks.
So it sounds like a bit of a tightrope walk, balancing the amazing potential of AI with the responsibility to use it wisely.
Yeah, it is. But it's a walk that we need to take. And it's really a journey that's just beginning.
So if our listeners are feeling a little overwhelmed by all of this, what's one thing they can do to, prepare for this AI-powered future?
Start learning. There are tons of resources available, both online and offline. Take a course, read a book, go to a webinar. The more you understand about AI, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this new landscape.
Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to something as transformative as AI.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to, just jump in and explore. You might be surprised at what you find.
I'm definitely feeling more excited than scared now, but we've got to talk about that story about the AI that learned to aim a rifle. That's not exactly reassuring when we're talking about responsible AI development, is it?
Yeah, you're right. That story is a stark reminder that we need to proceed with caution here.
So how do we prevent AI from becoming, a threat rather than a tool?
Well, it starts with open and honest conversations about the potential risks and challenges. We need to establish clear ethical guidelines for AI development and its use, and we need to make sure that those guidelines are enforced.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about the values and the principles that guide its development.
Exactly. And we need to ensure that AI is aligned with, human values. We don't want to create a world where AI is making decisions that are actually harmful to humanity.
Right, it's about making sure AI serves us, not the other way around.
Absolutely. We need to be mindful of the potential for AI to be misused, whether intentionally or unintentionally.
So it's not about stopping AI progress, it's about steering it in the right direction.
Precisely. We need to think carefully about the long-term consequences of AI development and make sure that we're creating a future that benefits everyone.
That's a really powerful message to leave our listeners with. But before we wrap up, is there anything else that you want to share about the future of AI agents? Any final thoughts or predictions?
I mean, it's really impossible to predict the future with any certainty, but one thing is clear. AI agents are going to play a much bigger role in our lives moving forward. They're already transforming industries, and their impact is only going to grow in the coming years.
So buckle up, folks. The AI revolution is just getting started.
It is. It's a really exciting time to be alive, and I, for one, am really eager to see what the future holds.
We've been diving deep into this world of AI agents, like from how they work to the real world impact they're already having. But now I want to talk about the big picture. How is this technology going to change, society as a whole?
Yeah, it really is something we need to be thinking about carefully. I mean, the potential is huge, but so are the challenges, right?
Well, let's start with the one that everyone is talking about, jobs. Are robots really going to take over the world and leave us all unemployed?
Right. I mean, that's a valid concern for sure. But history kind of shows us that these technological advancements, they often lead to shifts in the job market, not necessarily mass unemployment, right?
Okay.
Think about the Industrial Revolution. It displaced all those agricultural workers, but it also created all these entirely new industries and jobs.
So it's not about if AI will change things, it's how we adapt to those changes, right?
Yeah, exactly. We need to focus on developing those skills that complement AI rather than trying to compete with it. Things like creativity, critical thinking, complex problem solving, emotional intelligence. These are areas where humans will continue to excel.
So it's not about humans versus machines, it's about humans and D machines working together to create this, more advanced and efficient world.
Exactly. AI can kind of handle those routine data-heavy tasks. And that frees up, us humans to focus on all those
Sure.
things that require intuition, empathy, and judgment.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about the future. What about privacy? I mean, these AI agents collect so much data, it can be a little unsettling, honestly.
You're right. Data privacy is crucial. We need to have, really strong regulations and ethical guidelines to ensure that AI is used responsibly and that all of our personal information is actually protected. Transparency is key here. People need to know what data is being collected, how it's being used, and who has access to it.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people are really worried about, just not knowing what's happening behind the scenes with their data.
Absolutely. We need to build trust and accountability into these systems. It's not just about the technology. It's about that ethical framework that governs its use.
And speaking of ethics, we can't ignore the possibility of AI being used for, harmful purposes. It's a little bit of a science fiction nightmare scenario, but it could happen.
Yeah, it's a possibility we need to take very seriously. I mean, any powerful technology can be misused. So we need to be vigilant about, preventing AI from being used for things like surveillance or manipulation or even autonomous weaponry.
Okay, so we talked about some of the potential downsides, but let's flip the script here. How about we talk about the positive side? What are some ways that AI could be used to really benefit humanity? What's like a best case scenario here?
Now that's what gets me excited. AI has the potential to really help us tackle some of the world's most pressing problems: climate change, poverty, disease. Imagine AI-powered systems that can optimize energy grids or develop these personalized medical treatments or, even predict and prevent natural disasters.
That's the kind of future I want to live in. But how do we actually ensure that AI is used for good?
Well, it starts with collaboration. Researchers, policymakers, industry leaders, the public, everyone working together to establish these ethical guidelines and ensure responsible development. We really need to prioritize human well-being above all else, right? And make sure that AI is aligned with our values.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about how we choose to actually use it.
Exactly. It's a collective responsibility. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from how these AI agents work to their potential impact on society. What's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with today?
The AI revolution is here. It's happening right now. And it's going to change the world in profound ways. It's really up to all of us to decide what kind of future we want to create with this technology.
That is a powerful message. So listeners, don't just sit on the sidelines. Get informed, get involved, and help shape the future of AI.
Yeah. The future's in our hands. Let's make it a good one.
And on that note, we are signing off.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI agents. Catch you next time.